So I've copied the masks from these mask settings. I've copied them and I've placed them in here, and I've also added the eye mask. So there's the terrain mask, the slope mask, the collision mask, and the eye mask. I've basically left them as they were. I haven't touched them at all. And I realise now that this red line marks the sea level. I don't know why I didn't. I did kind of get that before, but I thought that red line marks the bottom of the terrain basically, but it marks the actual sea level, which is at -24. So I put at -6 the maximum depth of the stones that I'm going to spawn now. I'm actually going to make that 5, and I've basically left everything as they are. I'm just going to spawn this one terrain, have a quick look at it, make sure it's doing what I think it's going to do, and then I'm going to spawn the whole lot, and then I'm going to move on to the next one, which will be the stones for the river, for the rivers. That will be interesting. So here we go. So that texture is off. Make sure it's fit to terrain and spawn local. That's just going to spawn the one terrain. There's not going to be a great deal of rocks in this, but there'll be enough just to add a little bit, and if to add a little bit of interest. And if I create a story out of it, I shall place some manual rocks around the areas that I choose to. So there are all the large rocks within this terrain, and all the medium ones and the small ones. So let me just have a quick look. I'll press play and go for a quick look. Actually, I'll save it first. Like I said, there's not going to be loads. Well, there's quite a few on that. You know, there's the future have had a bit of interest. Some places will be quite plain. These are the large ones, aren't they? You know, you're going a bit too deep underneath the terrain. Yeah, I think these are going a bit too big under the terrain. Let's have a look what. Where's the arrows gone? they're kind of looking really small. Going into the terrain too far. Where's the arrow? Hang on a second. So I'm having a quick look. I couldn't find the arrow buttons on that rock. I don't know why they don't work. Yeah, they're not bad actually. I need to change the layer of these so I can climb on top and not go through. Yeah, I mean this is going to have to do because the character's still running around. Oops, what's that? I think I'll set up like this. See, places like this, they're too plain. There's nothing. So I need to add as much as possible without adding too much. I mean, I think this is a good starting point. I'll probably add some grass to the higher levels of sand. Yeah, so I think I'm going to do a full spawn now. Set it like that. I also, I'll mention that later. What I was going to say is this grass, it's like too green. It's not what I kind of want. I want it to be more golden grass. I might actually see if I can get away with bringing the sea level up to kind of about this area, about here. I'll have a look at that in a bit. I'll have a look after I've spawned, basically, because I'm going to spawn first. So that'll do. Let's get in. Let's do this old terrain. I'll be back in a minute. Right, so I can get rid of all the planes. The large rock, I can remove that. And now I'm going to spawn the old I have to do this so I can see the red thing going, because I think it kind of gets stuck in this corner for some reason. Anyway, the texture is off. That's the only one that's on. Fit to the world. Now let's make sure that Fit to the world. Choose the rock biome. Spawner, rather. Spawn world. Here we go. So, hopefully this should finish. I'm going to leave it until it does. So I'll catch you in a wee while. So, for some reason, Gaia won't spawn it. It goes up the right hand side and then of the terrain and then stops. So I'm going to have to do this manually, but I'm going to go all around the terrain here, like round here, just doing them edges. I don't need them in the centre. I'm going to put rocks in the rivers for the centre, and there's already stones in the middle of the terrain anyway. Oh, whoa, don't overdo that. That's what I wanted. Select the terrain. Select the spawner, fit to terrain, spawn local. And we're back where we started. So I've spawned all them outside edges, them outside terrains, and there's probably about 200 to 300 rocks on the edge of each one. Some of them will be small, most of them will be distinguishable. Let's have a look for this one for an example. They're the large rocks. So they're there anyway. I'm not going to go and check. I know that they're spawning in the right places. So I can live with that. Next is the river. This is the river. Remember, I painted these textures in here. These stones that need a little bit of work as regards tiling, but I'll look at that later on. For now, I just want to spawn some rocks on this material. It does come over the edge sometimes, so I should be able to spawn the rocks just on this material, and they will appear on the edges as well, even though some of this is sand. they should get on the edges as well. So I'm going to do that next time. So we'll catch you later. Bye.